I'm mL7, and the VOD we're going to give you today is a VOD from Speared Mango. Okay, Ana main and Mercy gameplay we have here, and it is a Silver 2, Plat 5 end of season, not replaced yet. So Plat 5 player, Ana/Mercy. Key moments, 125 to 210. I feel like I had a bad position throughout this whole fight. I wasn't able to keep up with where your diva was, and this team fight suffered greatly because of that. To be honest, in push I especially have trouble with positioning. After watching it back, I also felt like I didn't look for enough anti-nade opportunities and hard scoped a little bit too much. Okay, so let's get into this. 125 to 210. Fight is lost. Right now, fight is lost. You get a kill for before. Fight is not lost. That's a nice kill. Okay. Ooh, close one. Okay, I'm gonna check it all the way.
I won't let you fall. They're pushing ahead.
I like this one. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is clearly somebody that watches the stream. Hello, welcome to mL7 stream. Hello, welcome to High Gang Games. Hello, welcome to watching High Tier Overwatch. What happens is the following. You are indecisive of where you want to stay. This wasn't a mechanical issue. This was a positioning issue. Why I said that earlier, that welcome and that I know that you watch this content, is because you are moving the same way that I am. The same way that you see a lot of high rank players move. The reason why you see us do that is because if you get into certain positions, we'll be punished. But one of the easiest ways of climbing in ranked, if you're playing up until Masters, I would say it would be to get into your set spots. If you can memorize them, and like print them on a piece of paper and get there, then do it. If not, then don't do it. Wait, I'm not exaggerating this. I'm actually going to show you something. You'll find this useful. A second. I'm not trolling you with this. I actually have the maps printed on a piece of paper. This is Oasis. I actually have maps printed. If there's ever a meta in which I struggle and I don't know where to position myself, even if I don't play the meta, I want to play Ana and stuff, then if I can form a mental image of what I should be doing, where I should be positioning, then I'm just gonna pull up those pieces of paper and think about it and simulate fights, and what's gonna happen. So same thing here. For example, on this map, you're regrouping. Decision making was okay. I'm not even gonna cover it. The problem was that you were indecisive of where you would want to stay. So in this case, you gotta think, what's the best position that you can take and play from that position? This is literally it. This team fight is it. Yes, you could have killed Junkrat. Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. You can always get better aim. But over here, you playing from here gives you bad sight lines on top. You can't pressure the enemy and you're playing extra safe. Try to have some set positions where you want to stay. In this case, I would recommend, if you want to be ultra aggressive, play from here if you want to force something, and this will force the enemies to go to you and then your team to collapse on them, which is a little bit higher risk. Or you can just go on top and play from here. And maybe, just literally from here. This gives you a way better angle than from here. Why? Because if you're playing from here, you can see top and you can kind of see the robot. I know that Hog is, so for example, right here, Hog is pushing you. Instead of disengaging in the back like you did because you were forced to, you could have disengaged over here or over here until teams group up. There was another option where you could have positioned if your diva was safe. You could have just went over here and looked for an aggressive nade. But that wasn't the main thing. The main thing is the following one. Have preset positions of where fights should happen and where you should position yourself and then think if you can take them or not. And if you can take them or not, then go to the closest position that you can to that position. So in this case, let's say that you're playing Paraíso. Esperanza. Let's say that you're playing Esperanza. And they're about to cap the robot. And your team is regrouping. And you remember that in case you're yourself in this scenario, then you should be playing from over here. Because you can see people there, you can see people there. And in case you need to drop with Ana to help your team, you can drop over here and play from here and see everybody. Okay, like you can play from this position. Or if you feel like you can get away with more and land an aggressive nade, or you have to land an aggressive nade, you can play from inside instead of like over here in the main road, so you can actually see the sight lines over here. But the thing is, you should never stay in such an indecisive state, as in, do I push, do I go there, do I do whatever, because this is the issue. If you don't go in set positions as a support, usually your tanks and DPSs will take advantage of you. I'm not trolling you. They will take advantage of you. The diva was so indecisive, the diva didn't know what she should do. Should I break? What I mean with take advantage. Break line of sight, make you push for them in a bad position. You don't know if you should go or not because you're going to die. But if you're the one dictating the tempo, as in I sit here, then maybe they can play around that. Because if diva sees you here, then it might play around that. So for example, I'm just gonna do like a quick cover of this map. If I would play Ana, just so you know what I mean by positioning. These aren't perfect positioning. It's not like a perfect positioning guide, but just like the general idea. So if the fight is happening here at the beginning, you should usually go on top and play from here at the bridge at the first fight, and then maybe control this area. And if you feel like you're alone controlling this area, then disengage and play from over here. If, let's say, you cap the robot and the fight's about to happen over here, I prefer playing from here because you can control. So the fight's about to happen here. Prefer to play from here because I can kind of like control high ground, look for nice nades. I'm kind of safe rather than playing from here and giving them high ground. And if the robot is over here, you're about to cap it, I would play from high ground. Most of the times, 99% of the times, I would play from high ground. Then if, let's say, the robot is, I don't know, if the robot is here, I would play from here or from here, depending on how aggressive I want to be. Here's another one. If the robot is here, I would play from here. You always got to think about the following. Where you feel like the fight is going to happen, and then think of where you want to position. And if you don't want to have set spots of where you want to position, then follow these golden rules with Ana. Can you get high ground? If you can get high ground, then get high ground. If you can play next to a wall, play next to a wall. It is imperative to play next to a wall. If you can't do any of them, then can you at least play close to a health pack in the open a little bit? Then okay, do it. So find a wall, find high ground, and maybe play close to a health pack. It's not that important to play close to a health pack in Overwatch 2 because of the support passive, but in this case, it might not be that bad for you. I think there's like a health pack from, for example, like over here inside in case like they're chasing you. So let's say you want to play from here rather than in the open. This also might help you out a little bit more in the future. But you play the fight well. This was just a positioning issue. You have to have set spots where you want to stay. Find the hangout, find the wall, play support from there. And then you're going to see that your entire life is easier. You have proper line of sight, you have proper aggressive nades, you have proper everything. Let's continue. 230 to 310. Even though we won this fight, I still didn't like how I played. Okay. I was staring at a Farah while preparing Nano. Way too much. And I actually just noticed I was staring at the nade to see it hit instead of focusing on healing up before getting a shot in on the Mercy before it landed. There was also a point where I feel like I should have quickscoped to the Farah to quickly heal her. I didn't really know what I was doing with my sleep there either. I kind of used it without thinking sometimes. Okay. Teaching Tuesday. 230 to 310. Let's watch this. 230 to 310. So it should be this fight.
En route.
They're moving the... You're powered up. Get in there.
I am unstoppable. Helden sterben nicht.
One scoped and shot too much.
I guess they weren't finished. Sew it for your wounds. You're covered.
Oh, whoa. This is a flex fight. Did I get the right fight? This was good. What are you talking about? You don't like, you just don't like how you played. Okay, what you could have done differently?
En route.
So you have good positioning at the beginning. Looking at a Pharah. Of course, you can do this a little bit faster. You know, like just look in front, look up, look in front, look up.
They're moving the... You're powered up.
You see the dash, you react, you're afraid she's gonna die. Okay with the nano. Not bad so far. Then you walk in front. You see the Pharah go aggressive. One unscope shot to the diva. That's very good. Let me play it in 0.25. Pharah goes super deep. You try to track her.
Helden sterben nicht.
One shot, yes. Junkrat dies. Another shot, yes. Now I would unscope. So if you want to go in full mechanical play, right now I would unscope. The reason why is because I got damaged and I don't know if I'm safe or not. And... Huh? Interesting. And Pharah was full HP. So after 2 shots, I usually unscope and quickscope. Or do unscope shots. In this case, I would unscope and I would quickscope and try to go into a more aggressive position. So I would either play from here or get even closer to them. Because you have a pick. You have the right intention, by the way. You're placing W. You get a pick and you're pressing W. That's actually like super good from you. So 2 shots, then walk in front, check the battlefield, then look at a Pharah, then maybe stay against scoped in, then drop, then look at a Pharah, then maybe stay scoped in. Instead of like just standing still over here. Because now you're thinking, like, that's a wasted shot. That's a wasted shot that could have been on your Hanzo here, for example. Then you want to go for the sleep dart there. You said that you didn't think about what you should save your sleep dart for. Now, there is the Junkrat, and here's the thing. Going for sleep darting, for aggressing Mercy is okay if you don't have to save your sleep dart. But you just took maximum benefit of the recent Ana buff in which he has sleep dart once every 14 seconds instead of 15 seconds. And you actually had your sleep dart available for Genji. But if I would be you, I would not risk this sleep dart. Reason why is because your sleep dart, view it as the equivalent of Lucio's ultimate or Zenyatta's ultimate if the enemies have ults. Okay? So in this case, I don't know if you keep track of the ultimates that are happening in the game, but 2.5 minutes passed, and I don't think that Genji used Blade once. So it's safe to assume that he has Blade. If he has Blade, you have to save Sleep Dart. You have to. Because right now, if he would have Blade available, he fired it pretty slow. If he would dash in or if he would go aggressive, he'd kill everybody. Literally, everybody would be dead. So in this case, I would save the sleep dart instead of going for the Mercy that was guessing. If Genji used Blade and Mercy, used Blade last fight, then I'd go for the sleep dart onto the Mercy. I would definitely go for it. Work the shot. 2 scope shots in. Now you're looking around. And this is like the priority. You forgore. School emoji. You forgore. You forgo your job. You had the option of picking between the nade or looking at a Pharah and pocketing the Pharah.
I guess they weren't finished.
So, although in this team fight, it wouldn't make that big of a difference because Pharah actually got like 1 shot from Junkrat. It is your job as Ana to keep track to your job. It's a cool trick actually to do. What the hell is happening with Ana? It's a cool trick to actually do, to know. Like, when you nano a Pharah, I always take care of Pharah while she's nanoed until the nano wears off. Like, I look at her, if she's full HP, or if she's like she's not getting focused, then I'm gonna do something else. But if people are looking at her or she's going aggressive, I will look at her nonstop and heal her until nano's over or until she's gonna get back in cover. Over here, you have the option, after you healed up the Hanzo, to either look at a Pharah or throw an aggressive nade. I said that your job was you forgore because I thought that you could save the Pharah. You couldn't. I still think that it should get in your instinct though to like look at the Pharah first and then maybe look for that nade there. Because if you looked at the Pharah and she died, you might have not landed that aggressive nade and you might have saved the nade for the diva here, for example.
You're covered.
Okay, you don't see the Junkrat trap. Sleep dart, perfect timing. Me likey, me likey. Very well. Okay, there's one more thing. I'm gonna exit the VOD just for a second because I think that this might be a little bit more helpful. I'm gonna hop in the VOD afterwards. So far so good, bro. So far so good. The issue is that when you stay like scoped in like this, you move slower. I feel like this is the trend that I'm seeing in these VOD reviews. People don't realize how slow you move when you stay scoped in. Your team is not slowed down. So if your team wants to like push, then they will move faster than you, even if you press W. This is where quickscoping comes in. So for example, you heal somebody there, and now they go past the wall, and you can't follow them because you move too slow. So one scope, or this is like where quickscoping comes in, because you can do the following thing. Let's say you want to go from here to here. Say boom, 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 boom. Versus the same result that you feel like you want to do it. Bam, bam, bam. You move at full speed. You're harder to hit. You do dodges. And you get to the positions that you want to get to. This is why quickscoping is so good. Like, especially if you have to, like, walk into them. Especially if you, like, your team pushes. Like, if your team gets a pick and you stay scoped in, then you're just not gonna participate in the team fight. You can if you have proper line of sight, but most of the time, especially on push, they will break line of sight. Why do quickscope / scoped in shots rather than unscoped shots? Unscoped shots are projectiles. So yes, you can pre-fire where they're gonna be. You're gonna see like a lot of Anas that have a different style in aiming like from this distance. I prefer quickscoping because it's secure, and also because I'm used to playing on high ping. But if you can feel that you can land shots while playing like this, then of course do it. You know, like do unscoped shots and then get to your position. And then get to your other position. And then get to your other position. Don't be cosplaying like IRL snipers, like, boom. 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 You know what I mean? Move. 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 If your allies like standing still, then sure, do unscope shots. But this is like why quickscoping, especially in Overwatch 2, you really have to learn to do it. You have to move non-stop. I'm not saying it's bad, so you can definitely stay scoped in if you can see the enemies, if you feel like you're not gonna die, and if you feel like the enemies are going to, your allies are not gonna break line of sight. But if, let's say, the fight is happening over here, and you're here, and the enemies are backing past that corner, it's clear that your allies will go past that corner. Now, yes, you stay scoped in, but then it's gonna take you so long to get there. So long to get there. Instead of like just doing unscope shots, or even quick scopes. And always like juggle around walls, you know, like get to cover, and keep on advancing. Not that these aren't like bad team fights, by the way. These are just like positional issues, I would say. Positional issues and small, very small mechanical errors. Good. Okay, so you start on top. Wait, you said something else in the VOD review, actually. You said something else in the VOD review. You said, I do also overall feel your game needs to be worked on and I need to chill on the hopping around like a little frog. True, you shouldn't jump that much. I focus on my Ana play here as she is the hero I prefer to excel at, but I have time. If you have the time, I would absolutely appreciate any Mercy tips. I'm actually going to release some Mercy videos soon on my main channel, so maybe check that gameplay out. It might help you. Meanwhile, let's continue with this VOD review. Here's a dying there when you start on top. Not your fault. No reason to drop from high ground here. Like, see, like, your teammates influence what you want to do. You can just chill from here, and then maybe, maybe somebody pushes here. This is good. This is good. You're just making yourself targetable. Tracer died, not your fault. Wait, I'm dropping frames, though. And give me a second why I'm going to show you that. Come on, come on, come on. Boom, 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 boom. So imagine this team fight. I don't know if you, I think you lose it. Good sleep out on Hog. Still playing from there. You find the trap. Genji dies, you die. Now, imagine this entire team fight with you playing from here. Okay, you're playing from here. This entire team fight. So you go in a good spot. Tracer randomly dies. And right now you know that if you want to win, you have to land a big nade. D.Va goes a little bit aggressive, but you already have a Kiriko that's pocketing the D.Va. She will back out. I think she got hooked, actually. Did she get hooked? She get hooked? I think she got hooked. Now, if you chill from here, you can see the D.Va. They're pushing. You're waiting. You throw the nade on D.Va, fine. But imagine if you would have thrown the nade aggressive here. 3-man nade, you would have won the team fight. You'd have won the team fight here. Or even better, heal up the D.Va. You don't even land the nade. You get the sleep dart. D.Va's still full HP. You're safe. You're not in a trap. Genji dies. Junkrat doesn't kill you. And it's 4 versus 4. If you get into a certain spot and your teammates break line of sight, then usually you have two options. You either push with them or you back out. Okay? You either push with them or you maintain your ground. But here's the trick. 2 tricks actually. If the allies that are out of position, if the ally that is out of position is your tank that is full HP and that hasn't used cooldowns, then they will probably get out of the bad position. It's how Overwatch 2 is made. They are tanky a ton. Okay, they're super tanky. So D.Va breaks a little bit line of sight. It's okay. It's not Overwatch 1. It's okay. Look at her HP bar. She can fly away. She has DM. If she's this much HP, you can throw the nade and heal her up. You gotta then just give away your position. Don't play Overwatch 2 support like you played in Overwatch 1. Let them take some damage. Secondly, if there's another support that's already like pocketing the person that's out of position, then don't care about them that much. This being a Mercy, this being a Kiriko, being a Moira. If it's a Zenyatta, fine. But from over here, you would have won this fight if you would have just chilled on top. I think you might actually still win because it's... Never mind, you don't. Okay, what's next? So keep your position, stay from there, and if there's a tank overextending, don't panic that much, okay? Just chill. Hold your ground. Hold your ground.
I go out on my terms.
We're still dropping some frames. I don't know what's up with the replays, but let's see. Okay, regrouping. Wait, we saw this team fight, actually. Actually, we didn't see this one. No, we did. Okay. We see this one, too. Let's watch this one. Nice, you're going on top. They're pushing top. Good. They have close spawn. Nice position. Okay. You want to make some progress. Taking a good angle on the left side. Now, here's like the difference on how confident you are with Ana. You can either play close right over here and look for aggressive nades, or you can play in the back and set up a play and play your life. In this particular case, if your team has the advantage, I don't know if you did this on purpose, but if your team has the advantage ultimate-wise, I would recommend playing it safe because you have Kitsune Gash, you have D.Va ult, you have Barrage. So you playing from here is perfect positioning. But if the enemies have ultimates, then if you just stay here passive, you're probably going to lose the fight. You have to play aggressive, play from here, maybe go on top, maybe look for an aggressive nade. In this case though, the way you played was perfect positioning. You're setting up the play, you're not making the play. I like this. Too much. Didge. She's full HP. Don't care. She's full HP. I would be staying this much scoped in if they would have maybe a counter to Farah. Okay, like Soldier, like Sojourn even. Like somebody that can shoot her, but in this case, who's the counter? Maybe Ana with some shots? And yes, she goes too aggressive, I'll give you that. Stay scoped a little bit too much. You look for an aggressive nade. By the way, one more thing. You're still kind of in the open. Okay, like you see, you can use this lamppost. You can use this here. You can even play over here way in the back to give you a better angle on high ground and a better angle to throw the nades. You can even play from here. Do not stay like this in the open. Okay? Do not stay like this in the open. Look. Right now, for example, again, like 2 scoped in. Maybe your nade is going to be available soon. Maybe you can walk a little bit to the right and throw the nade. Nade available. 5v5.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
And now again, like, you're 2 in front. See what I mean? Like, no, literally, like, the first thing that I said is the thing that you gotta focus on. Find a position. Think of where you want to play the next team fight and hug that position. I want to play the next team fight here. And then if we push, then I'm going to push with you. I'm not going to be indecisive. I'm going to stay here, then here, then here, then here. And if you have like 2 spots where you want to play from, then you can adjust from it. So in this case, yeah, you can play from here and then go from here from the right side. Kill up the Hanzo.
Moving along.
I like this. You go with your team.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Like, look, see where we are right now?
Close your eyes.
See where we are? Good nade, good sleep dart. Exactly. This is one of those fights in which people usually go like, but it's not my fault I lost the fight. It is everybody's fault that the fight was lost. Imagine if you would have, after healing up the fire a little bit and the fight happening, you would have repositioned and went here on top. Just here on top. And look for an aggressive nade. Boom. Or, even better, play from the left side. Like, look. This undecisiveness. And now you look for an opportunity. Now you stay scoped in. But the D.Va goes a little bit too aggressive. So, this is... I'll be honest with you, bro. I'll be honest with you. You play a mean Ana. Your ability usage is also good. You have to fix two big things. And let's go in Olaf review. Let's go in Olaf review. Let me open this up. Okay, so. Your game, I would say, is actually pretty good, okay? Of course, it's plat/diamond aim. You have to move faster. You work on your game. I wouldn't say this is the main issue, though. Okay, let me just adjust this. Let me move VOD review a little bit to the side because VOD review ends in. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Just a little bit of work on it. The big thing that will help you get to diamond in no time will be positioning, bro. Positioning will be what's going to get you to diamond in no time. Cooldown management, of course, you can work on it a little bit more. And let's just go with decision making like this. I know the percentages are odd, but yeah. Wait, give me a second. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, perfect. Keeping it like this. So, wait, 20, 70, this is 90. Just go 8 and this is 2. Okay, perfect. 8 and 2. Okay, so I think that if you work on your game, as in you being faster, and over here I'm also talking about using quick scopes a little bit more and getting into cover and just practicing your aim a little bit more, you know, like do aim training drills, you will be fine. Positioning is the biggest one. This will get you into diamond/master in no time. You have to have set positions of where you want to start every team fight and then adapt and improvise from there. This helps you do aggressive plays. This helps you do passive plays. This just helps you survive a little bit more as well. So this is the main thing that you have to work on. Cooldown management. You said something about bad cooldown management, but the way that you're saving sleep dart/nade is good. Keep on doing that. I don't think that you should worry that much. I think that you have a pretty good understanding of your ability management from what I've seen. So just keep on doing it. You will not land every sleep dart and every nade, but the more bad ones you do fast, the faster you will learn. And about your decision making, you know your job in the team fights. You know who you should shoot. You know who you should prioritize. You're okay with this. Honestly, I think you're undervaluing yourself a bit. So, this being said, Olaf recommends you do the following. Think about where you want to play the next fight. Have a set position, maybe have 1 or 2. Play from there. Usually, if your team has the advantage, play passive. Okay, because if you're playing Ghana, like, who has the advantage in, for example, you have 2 or 3 ultimates and the enemies used every ultimate last fight, right? That would be a case in which your position would be passive. But if the enemies have the advantage, play aggressive. Aggro. Okay? Play aggro. Like, look for an aggressive nade, look for an aggressive sleep dart, do stuff like that. Other than that, of course, the golden rules of Ana: find the wall, fuck a wall. No. Find the wall, find high ground, and close to health packs if possible. Close to health packs if possible. Now, why do you want to find a wall? Because in case you're going to be low, you will have cover and your support passive will kick in. Why high ground? Because you have a better angle and because it is super easy to throw a big nade. And Yeah, that's about it. Why do you play aggro when you're at a disadvantage? Because if you play defensive, then the enemies will roll you over. It's kind of like, what's gonna happen if you're 4 versus 5? The enemies will win because they're 5. But if, in this case, you're not 4 versus 5. In this case, let's say that the enemy team has a probability of winning the team fight 60% compared to 40% because you don't have ultimates and they do. Okay? This will only happen though. Be careful with this. The more you climb, the more you're gonna see plays like these maybe change. It depends on the game. It depends on the players. But I'm just talking like in general SRs, like in Platinum and Diamond and up until Masters. This is how you should usually play for it. If you get to GM, you're gonna see that ult economy and playstyle will be a little bit different. But over here, it's usually better to just do what I told you, I feel like, and you're probably gonna get a bunch of results. So to summarize, your gameplay will improve drastically if you think where you want to play the next team fight. Play in that position, keep that position. Don't be that scared if your tank takes a little bit of damage, and think about yourself popping off. Secondly, try to learn to quickscope and move faster in team fights. Okay, you have to do some aim training. You have to learn to quickscope. You have to trust your aim. You can't stay scoped in that much, Chief, because you move slow. It's easy for you to get hit, and you can't reposition yourself.
Hey, I'm Olaf. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe. Meow.